Your Excellency, the Secretary General of ASEAN, member of the Diplomatic Corps, representative of ASEAN entities, distinguished guests, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon. First and foremost, allow me to express my deep gratitude to Your Excellency, Dr. Tao Kim Horn, for this esteemed invitation. This visit is not merely a routine ceremonial accession, rather it reflects Malaysia's steadfast commitment to the ideal and agenda of ASEAN. Number 1. The glue that binds us for nearly 6 decades. ASEAN has built a region that is largely peaceful, stable, and economical dynamic. This achievement rests on a foundation of trust, dialogue, and consensus building that enables us to manage difference and prevent disputes from escalating. The habit of cooperation continues to serve as an anchor for our stability, even when challenges arise. What do I mean by a habit cooperation? It refers to the ritual we have built of decades: trade facilitation, cybersecurity frameworks, cross-border data rules, and cultural cooperation that might not seem dramatic. Yet they are no less important, as they provide South Asia with a stronger impetus to act in unison. And the more often we act together, the harder it becomes for external forces to divide us. Number 2, not opposition but self-training. Preserving our autonomy does not mean opposing others, but rather strengthening ourselves. This is, in essence, the core of ASEAN Central. Regional resiliency is our capacity to withstand, adapt to, and recover from various shocks, whether geopolitical, economic, or non-traditional, such as pandemic and climate change. Resilience is not a passive stance. It relies on adaptability and anticipatory investment. We have learned the resilience depends on anticipatory investment. That is why our region has built one of the most active disaster response system in the developing world through the ASEAN Coordination Center for Humanitarian Action. Number 3, mediation of the Cambodia-Thailand conflict. Yesterday, in our capacity as ASEAN chair, Malaysia was entrusted with hosting the leader of Cambodia and Thailand at a time when tension along their hard border has become a matter of serious concern for us. I believe that, despite the dangerous and escalating situation, it is both important and impossible to bring the two parties to the negotiating table with the participation of the United States and China. The two parties agreed to an immediate and unconditional ceasefire. They reflect to only the strength of ASEAN facilitation, but also the constructive engagement of our partner in maintaining regional stability. This episode serves as an important affirmation that peace is best achieved through dialogue, mutual respect, and shared commitment to stability. Number 4, strengthening the regional economy. Our region is home to a vast and dynamic market of 660 million people. Its potential is unseeable, but to fully realize it, we must narrow existing development gaps and build stronger, more equitable economic linkages across member states. We cannot be compact. We must remain committed to openness and reform. Even as we adapt to a more complex geo-economic landscape, only through sustained liberalization and cooperation can we project jobs, maintain growth, and consolidate our position in the global economy. Only through liberation and sustained cooperation can we project jobs, maintain growth, and consolidate our position in the global economy. Diversive economic partnership with West Asia, Central Asia, Latin America, and Africa are not merely an economic strategy but national necessity amid global uncertainty. The regional ahead will be fraught with challenge. ASEAN needs to do more ensure its cohesion in both articulation and action as a tangible manifestation of its century. ASEAN cannot control global currents, nor can dictate them to the world. Nevertheless, we can shape a better future of ourselves with courage, foresight, and determination.